Hi, my name's Ethan Lawrence.
This is Jesse Leach from Killswitch Engage.
Hi, I'm Scotty Wartooth.
Hi, my name's Sean Smith.
Hi, my name is Deisha Kiva.
Hey, this is Ryan McCombs from the band Soil.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is the Raging Cajun Lash LaRue.
Hi, this is Dave McPherson. I'm from the band InMe. I do my own solo stuff. You're listening to the Chronicles, of podcast with Jamie and Tom. Watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week we bring you a very special guest. This week's guest is a frontman of a band who I remember seeing play live at the very first Download Festival, back when it was 2 stages in 2 days. Remember that?
I do.
A man who we've shared a campsite with at 2,000 Trees, and a man who I will put it out there and say is the best voice in UK rock. There, I said it, and I stand by it. Here to talk all about the re-release of the band's seminal debut album, Overgrown Eden, and much more. Join us this week as we welcome the frontman of InMe with the Chronicles of Dave McPherson.
Hello. How you doing, Jamie? And
Hello,
Tom?
sir.
Very well, Dave. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, it's been a mad, busy day, really. But this is a nice way to end it. All wholesome and stuff, yeah.
Oh, lovely. How has your personal Wednesday been?
Sorry?
Well, how has your personal Wednesday been? What have you been doing with yourself today?
I've been at work. I've been at work the last 3 days. I work 3 days a week for the NHS as a technician. So it's a completely different world and life. And then I dive into the music thing. So it's like I'm Batman, basically.
Yeah. I mean, we've never seen the room together, Dave. That's all I can say.
No, I've never been on the ward with a guitar, and I've never been doing hospital technician stuff on stage. So I don't know what that tells us.
Have you? Has there been a moment
If anything,
where you've been on the wards, or whatever, and people are like, "Fucking hell, it's Dave from InMe." Like,
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this.
Okay, that's fair. Let's move on then, shall we?
It has happened, and it's a very strange world I live in.
Okay, we'll go with that. That's fine. Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Like, I had to ask my boss if it was okay for a patient to have a selfie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there you go.
Fair
It's a different world. Hospital life.
I mean, I also work for the NHS, but as a porter, I've never been asked for a selfie. So, damn it.
Well, if I'm ever in your hospital, let's do a
Hold to
selfie.
that. So, Dave, the way we like to start these things, we like to take it right back to the start, back to the days of young Master McPherson. What did you want to be when you were growing up? Has it always been music for you, or something completely different, like Formula One driver? I don't know.
I think deep down music, yeah, in some way. And then I think maybe when I was at college, I was like, maybe this won't happen, you know. So I was studying quite hard. I think I just kind of loosely, I was studying British government and politics, history and English literature. I think I wanted to be some sort of writer, I suppose. Okay. So I've always been fascinated by wordplay and just words and reading and literature and poetry. So I guess that tied in nicely with the music thing, and then discovered guitar music and started playing guitar. And then once we started the band, I think I was pretty driven to at least try my hardest to make it a thing. And then eventually I didn't really have any other backup plans, so yeah.
But to be fair, you started at a young age, so it makes sense.
So very young. We were first rehearsal of what is now InMe was July 1996, and I was 13 years old. So yeah, I've been in the band most of my life.
Wow.
Yeah, we were young. I mean, I met Joe, the original bassist, first day of infant school when we were 4. And we were like best friends up until we started the band when we were 13. So yeah, it's a real, you could write a movie.
You should, to be fair. Yeah.
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 Or a book.
Yeah.
That sounds like you're going to be like, yeah, that's in the, okay. Well, yeah, that's in the works.
No. I'm working on something, but there'll be like, we'll get into it. I mean, you just have to skip when I'm on my 30s. You just have to skip that bit of my life. But yeah, so very young and 13 years old, and I still consider, even though we were called Drowned for the first 4 or 5 years, I still consider it was always InMe. Just we changed the name. So yeah, quite a long time.
Where did that? Oh, sorry.
Go on, no, go on, Joe.
I was just gonna say, where did that love of music come from initially? Obviously, we're all fans of music, but you got to be a true passion to want to do it for a living.
Yeah, I think I was surrounded by it. A lot of my family on my dad's side. I'm half Scottish. My dad was born in Dundee. I don't know whether, very musical Scottish family. My granny was an opera singer. A lot of my cousins are professional musicians. My auntie was a ballet dancer. My uncle was a DJ. So just a lot of music everywhere. And my dad was the main influence, really, because he just played music all the time. He was a musician. He played piano, and he played piano every day. So I was always around that. I, played a little bit of piano, very, as a kid does. So yeah, and then my dad's music, like growing up, I was listening to Pink Floyd, King Crimson, Led Zeppelin, The Police, Queen. Then like in the 80s, Talk, Tears for Fears, and George Michael. And yeah, so my dad just got, like, music it feels like it's always been there. It doesn't feel like I discovered it and went, oh yeah, I do love music. It's just always been the biggest passion in my life, I suppose, which I'm quite happy about. Yeah, and I'm really not bored of it. Like, music gets me through each day, basically.
It's great for mental health, I think, music, especially like if you associate with some lyrics or you associate with a certain song or whatever. I think I remember days of growing up myself, literally lying in my bed every single day after school. I'd either videotaped Kerrang or Scuzz, like all night, because all the tunes is put at night for some reason, and then lay there and listen to it and watch them all every single day without fail. Love it.
Yeah, I used to record on cassette the XFM Rock Show with Ian Canfield, and I remember they played the whole of Slipknot Iowa. I got back from college, and I recorded the whole thing, tried to edit out the bits in between, and so I could listen, and then I just never stopped listening to that album.
Which is fair, because it's a great fucking album.
Yeah. And then I used to make mixtapes. I just always, in the 90s, I'd always record. Well, not always. This was a little phase, I guess. Every Sunday, the top 40.
Yeah.
Just record the whole thing and then put onto another cassette the songs I actually liked.
So I wasn't that clever, but I did actually record the top 40 as well, just so I could listen to that all the time as well. So yeah.
Well, I was clearly just a criminal. I was just bootlegging the radio.
I suppose Spotify playlists are like mixtapes now, I guess.
I didn't sell any. I kept. They were just for my personal pleasure.
Oh, okay. Just for the record. But you mentioned that the band used to be called Drown before, and then obviously changed to InMe. I'm always intrigued by what bands used to call themselves first, because obviously you must get this question all the fucking time. But like, where did the name InMe come from? But what did you have previous? Was it just Drown before?
Yeah, I came up with Drowned, I think. I don't remember why. I probably just thought it was a cool word, and was already singing about self-loathing and sort of darker stuff. So I guess Drowned was, but also I've always had a bit of a fascination with water and the sea. So maybe it was that. InMe, I must have written like 50 names, and they were probably all absolutely atrocious, because I don't know, the label had said when we got signed, you won't be able to be called Drowned because there's another band called Drowned with that name licensed or whatever. So I think Joe came up with it. Joe, the original bassist, he just said InMe. And then I can't remember, about this time, I kind of went, yeah, I like that actually. It was all one word. But it wasn't until I saw the logo, someone, I don't know who did it, thank you, whoever you are, but the logo was what sold the name for me, which is our logo to this day. So just kind of looked like a cool thing. I don't even think of InMe as the actual words in me, although Joe's original thing was what we do comes just from within us, as like pure, I guess. But it just becomes just a band name, InMe, and it is a weird name.
It's great.
but I'm okay with it. Yeah, it's not like some bands. I won't name the band's names. I can't remember, but band's names right this second. But yeah, you're just stuck with a silly name for the rest of your career, and then yeah. I won't name any bands because I don't want to make any enemies. But yeah, we could have done worse than InMe, I suppose.
I have often wondered at how many bands like name their band something just while they're messing around and they suddenly make it bigger. Like shit, we're stuck with this now.
Yeah, well, and this is a great name, but Biffy Clyro, our old touring buddies. They, I think it. I don't know if I'm wrong. I think they make loads of different reasons up. But I thought it was because when they were at school, they passed around a Cliffy biro, and they just swapped it round. And now Biffy Clyro is just sort of this emblem of this band. You know, it means the band. It doesn't mean this. What? Who's Biffy? You know, what's going? Yeah. So there you go. Names. I'd really struggle these days to think of a good name for a band. I think they've all been taken, probably.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think most band names have been taken now. It must be a nightmare to think of a new band name these days.
Yeah. Just a cool, strong word, or 2 words, or 3 words.
So usually I'll ask like where you guys meet as a band. I know you mentioned you met Joe in infant school, but did you meet everyone in school? Because obviously you were such a young age when the band got together.
We were only a 3-piece until 2009, I think. We were always a 3-piece, so it was just Simon, and he was the only drummer we knew at my school. Me and Joe were at different senior schools, and yeah, literally, I don't think me and Simon initially got on. Like I knew him from before, and I just remember meeting him. We used to go to this youth club called the Hermit, which we ended up playing quite a lot, big gigs there as well. And I just remember I was sat down, and Simon came over to me and picked me up and put me on the floor because he wanted the seat. And that's how I remembered him initially. And but once he was in the band, we became band brothers. You know, like good friends. And we were kids. Kids are really mean.
Yeah.
Or at least they were in the 90s.
They still are, to be fair.
Right, yeah.
Did you ever get your own back when you sat in the drum kit? You just picked him up off the stool and put him down and sit the drum kit yourself.
I mean, I don't want to be a vengeful person, but I did crack the whip on, you know, if he dropped sticks, yeah.
Love it.
If he broke a stick, and I'd turn around and give him the glare, and then he'd be like, "Look, see, not my fault." then he'd throw it back at me there, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Oh,
but no, a lot of love, like yeah. But yeah, that's literally, it's that simple how we met. Me and Joe, childhood friends, started making music. Only drummer we could find at school, Simon. Bosh, there's your band.
That's great. That is.
Made it.
Yeah.
Sold a few million albums. Good stuff.
Yeah, someone wrote all our songs for us, told us where to stand.
It's like, you're in the band because we've got no other choice. Get in.
No, but yeah, they're from them. We started doing Nirvana covers, and I remember we did Song 2 by Blur. We did Green Day, When I Come Around, but mostly Nirvana covers. And then it's eventually our own covers that sounded like Nirvana, but with a teenager singing it. And yeah, went from there. Eventually became what would be, I guess, what the InMe sound is.
What was that original vision for the band? I know, obviously, play music, but did you have like a certain goal you wanted to achieve, a certain sound you were aiming for, whatever it may be?
Don't know if I was conscious enough, like in myself, in my own mind. I was living in my own little dream world. Whether if I saw goals, they were probably like what you'd imagine a movie was like, of the ultimate success story, probably ending with aliens attacking and me becoming the hero and savior of the world. So that didn't work out, but yeah, just I don't know. I guess it was to play the big stages, to play the big crowds. That was always a thing, and that is to me still my main ambition. It's not like fame or money. Is I want to play the big gigs. I want to be up on the big stages, and I want to play to the huge crowds, because that's where I think, you get those special moments.
Yeah, absolutely.
That you can't get anywhere else.
So I meant to ask at the start, sorry, obviously you play guitar and you're a vocalist. What was the original thing you wanted to do? Was it guitar and you sort of fell into singing, or vice versa, or was it always both?
I don't know, really. A lot of this stuff was just natural, but life happens a lot quicker when you're a teenager.
Yeah.
I think I was always the singer. I think it took Joe a fair few years to even sing backing vocals. I don't know. I guess maybe it was, for me, like, it was like Michael Jackson and stuff like that, growing up watching those massive shows. So yeah, I did sort of go, I want to be that. I want to be that on that stage and doing all that stuff. And then Bon Jovi was a big one for me. I remember seeing Always. It was around, I think it was around Christmas. It was about 94. And it was on Crossroads, this best of Bon Jovi album. So I got obsessed with that. And then I got the Crossroads. So that was like, Bon Jovi was my favorite band then. And still to this day, like, I do aspire to that sort of the Bon Jovi, just the band on the stage playing stadiums. So I guess it was a big thing. And then going to see Bon Jovi play Wembley Stadium and at Milton Keynes Bowl with my dad, probably by then it was like, I do want to actually do that. And I guess because I had such a warped view of reality, I thought it was possible. So maybe that helped. It wasn't like, that's just a dream, give up, go for something else. So yeah, and music is just genuinely my passion anyway. I like making songs. It's really exciting, creative. When you make a song, it's real interesting feeling that feels good and exciting, and so just create it. It's a creative outlet. You're music fans, it's like everything basically.
Absolutely.
I've waffled and done my little digress. I don't know where I am.
So you can waffle and digress as much as you like, Dave. It's all good.
Bring me back.
Let's touch on your lyrics.
Okay.
So obviously, I believe they're quite personal to you, aren't they, lyrics wise? Or do you have some that are more story based or political, or how do you mix them up?
Not particularly political. That stays out of it. It's very personal, yeah. But most of my music is about my life, my experiences. But also, I'm not writing a, as it happened biography. So there's a lot. It's sort of a little bit of a dream world version of reality, I suppose. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, very personal. But hopefully not too on the nose. I don't know. Hopefully people can still interpret it their way and not be just thinking about Dave's problems.
Because I was going to say, like, with how personal and deep they are, how do you balance vulnerability with the public nature of your work?
Kind of just accepted it these days. I'm not like famous or anything anyway, but I put out there what I'm comfortable with, and I kind of like it. It's nice to connect. I love my people I meet in real life. My friends and family and that, my social circle. But it is nice to have this almost global connection to people just through my music, as self-indulgent as that sounds. It is quite cool. It's nice, and it's all, I'm never bored. I can put something out and people interact with me, and that's nice, and they're generally really nice people. So I'm comfortable with it.
Good.
I'd miss it if I didn't have that and I just went and lived on a little island in Scotland or something.
I mean, a great country. But I mean, it must help you mentally as well when you're on stage and you're singing those lyrics out, and it must help for you also like projecting it that way, I suppose, getting it down on paper and even having people sing back at you?
Yeah, that's a real good feeling. Because you can feel that they're on your side, and that pushes me to rock harder and entertain, try and entertain a whole room. And it's you can't really put your finger on it when the room's when everyone's letting themselves go, or you can at least feel that as a collective. Yeah, it's a good time. It's not like and it's just everyone's singing along, everyone getting along. It's not like an aggressive situation, or it's just a real good positive energy. Apart from sometimes you got to queue up at the bar, and sometimes the toilets are disgusting. But other than that, it's a heavenly environment.
That's part of rock and roll, Dave. It's part of the subculture. But talking about your lyrics and songwriting stuff, obviously you've got your solo stuff as well as InMe. Do you approach them differently? I know obviously it's a different sound, but lyrics wise, Mike, do you approach it differently?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's that with the InMe hat on. I don't have different hats for InMe or solo, by the way. It's just it's across the board. But when I put my proverbial InMe hat on, it's usually unless we're doing a softer song, it's usually quite a bolder sound.
Yeah.
So I guess I'd be a bolder version of Dave. I can't get bolder. And then for the solo thing, yeah, you can be a lot more reflective and vulnerable, and try and find that pain or whatever you're trying to capture easier that way. Whereas I wouldn't scream and do proper tonal screaming, all that I do on my solo stuff, but generally, sort of sing differently when you're singing over rock and metal. And lyrically, I don't know, I guess a lot of it's so subconscious. I guess my brain has subconsciously subcategorized where things belong. So I don't really need to think about it too much these days. I don't go, oh no, that chorus needs to be an InMe thing. And because I'm quite lucky these days. I'm in a really good place. My brain is like on fire in terms of creativity and thinking everything. Thanks. And so yeah, I'm kind of creatively spoiled for choice in my mind. I've always got anything, my voice notes and my memos, and there's always stuff I can pull from, and I'm always going to write new stuff daily. So I'm not worried about, oh no, that could be a good InMe single. Your solo thing is just, it's a much smaller scale thing. It would be a shame to use, so I'm not worried about that side of things. So, and obviously I'm working with 4 other people within me. So that changes the creative dynamic. Whereas solo, it's scarier in some ways because it's, I'm in charge. This is my output. But I'm writing a solo EP at the moment. Like I say, I've gone through a real change in my life. I got sober basically, and that changed everything in my entire life. But talking about music, I've got this new solo EP which sings about that. But I'm just really happy with the 4 songs I've made. But I'm not limiting myself. Before I was just very limited to just acoustic guitar and vocal, quite purist in that sense because that's what I am live. But for the recordings, I've kind of gone a bit off the wall and trying some real different instrumentation, trying to go down, like I was talking about, the cinematic route of making almost film music. So you can imagine a movie in your head. And I'm a big sucker for sweeping strings and all the orchestral instruments. Just the emotional pull that a string section brings to my songs. It really lifts everything for me. And we've done it with the new album for InMe as well, which I'm sure we'll chat about. Written a new solo EP. I keep retitling it, so I won't title it here, but that'll come out when I'm finished with it. But as I say, quite productive these days, so soon. And then I've waffled and digressed again.
That's all right.
Not at all. Not at all. You kept on track because I was gonna ask about the solos. Like, what made you decide to go off and do your own solo work as well as InMe?
I think I started doing it around the time we released Overgrown Eden, because I'd always I'd always make music when I was in the 90s. I'd always make music, just me on an acoustic guitar in a bedroom, recording acoustic-y songs, sort of angrier songs back then, because I was an angry teenager. And that carried on. And then I just wanted to play more shows. It got, InMe got quite successful quite quick.
Yeah.
And we played a lot of shows, but you couldn't just go and play a show. We had to do it through, the proper venues. And so with an acoustic guitar, I could just go and do anything. And then I just started doing it. And then we ran out of money as a band. So it was a means I started an acoustic night, started just basically playing covers nights in pubs and things like that. So that, I guess, helped a lot, putting me into just being confident to just be an acoustic on a stage on his own artist. And yeah, I play a lot of open mics still to this day, just around Brighton with Gaz. We'll go around about Brighton and just play them, because we literally like the smaller shows and things like that. And just from a technical standpoint, we need certain PA, we need certain sound, we need all our gear, we need 5 people there all ready to play. So it just allows me to do music more often than whenever I want. And plus, it's just I have an acoustic guitar at all times. I can always just pick it up and write something, or play a cover, or learn a cover, or whatever. So yeah, I'm just being greedy, essentially. It's just all about me.
Massive congratulations on getting sober, man. That's huge, absolutely huge. So fair play, great work, man. Seriously.
Thanks.
But obviously we've mentioned it a couple of times. Obviously, you're re-releasing and reissuing Overgrown Eden this Friday, funnily enough, when we're going to release this. So this kind of ties in quite nicely.
I like it.
That album shaped my teenage years. That album, as soon as I first ever heard Underdose, I think my brain just went, "What is this?" Oh my! And I wish I could rewind TV back then, because I would have just played it, and I would have just played it. That album, front to back, and I'm not doing this just because you're here, is incredible. I can't get enough of it. Even to this day, I still listen to it front to back. This album stands alone as it's just incredible. It's just incredible.
Wow. Well, I'm not very good at the words after that sort of high praise, but thanks.
No, you're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say other than that's amazing? Thank you so much. Wow. And yeah, cheers.
Yeah, you're welcome, man.
Good for you, sir.
Yeah, I mean, that part in Trenches, sucking out the poison when you know it is good for you, and then it just kicks in. Unbelievable. Neptune's guitar riff. Mosaic, I think there's a bridge in the middle where it kicks off massively. And I was literally dancing in a shop earlier to Mosaic. So, yeah, I'm going to stop doing it now.
When I was this teenager and we were going to rehearse these songs once a week, and I'm like, guys, we got this song. And then obviously we did the Overgrown. Once we got the label involved, we did more writing sessions. So yeah, we were just trying to write real cool, fun songs, and it seems your ears agreed with me. So
yes, they did.
There we go.
They absolutely did.
Cheers.
I completely agree. I remember hearing Underdose on Kerrang for the first time, and it was just the guitar sound, your vocal. It was just a "what is that" moment, and it's a fucking fantastic album. But what made you decide to re-release it?
Well, last year we did the 20th anniversary. We just played a couple shows, but this year, we were trying to sort something out with basically Music for Nations. I can't remember how. I think maybe even John got in touch, or they got in touch with some. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, Music for Nations obviously released Overgrown Eden in 2003, so they own the recording. And then I was like, oh yeah, but the whole point is it being the 20th anniversary, but who cares? It's the 21st anniversary, whatever. So yeah, and then we started talking to Julie from Music for Nations and sort of team there, and I mean, it's nice to make a vinyl thing. but yeah, and I mean, I've kind of softened with age, I guess. I'm not fussed unless something's a serious thing. So, like for me, my gripes about, oh my God, this blooming album, can't escape it. Now I kind of embrace it, you know. So it was like, okay, well, do it again. Seemed like everyone seems to have a good time with that album. So, but I'll lead on to, so we're not trying to become a nostalgia band, but yeah. So, yeah, it's just nice to make a vinyl copy. And they also said that they were going to make 666 copies, so we just couldn't refuse.
Spot that, yeah. I did spot that. I was like, that's brilliant. And the vinyl itself is absolutely gorgeous.
I can't wait to see it.
Oh.
I'm actually going to arrange. I'm going to arrange a visit to Music for Nations to do some unboxings, cool social media stuff. So I'll look forward to actually having the tangible, real, physical thing.
Just trying to eat it. It looks like you can eat it. That's why I thought I looked at it. I was like, it looks so delicious.
That's what we aim for. Yeah.
So once you've bitten through one, you've got to order another one. Shit.
Whenever we've made it, yeah, exactly, and then we'll get sued because of the poisoning, plastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, didn't think about that one. So it's but yeah, like whenever we've done deluxe editions, I've been like, oh yeah, it looks like a bloody Willy Wonka chocolate bar. You just want to eat it. Yeah,
it does though. It does.
I look forward to seeing it. Like it should. If you eat it, we should have made it taste of apple.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Missed opportunity.
At least scented would have been great.
Just lick it. Just give it a lick. Lick it and see.
There's a random part in Firefly that keeps cutting out. What was that? That's where Dave licked it. That's why. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I'm not licking it. I'm saying lick it and it tastes like apple. I'm not licking it and sending it out.
We hell of a marketing thing, though. Come on.
Oh God.
Did you ever think that the album would explode as much as it did when you first released it?
I did not think it would explode, and then 21 years later we'd be talking about licking it. No. Sorry. No, I mean, it's wild. It was like, is this real? You know, sort of thing. Remember seeing it on Scars or I can't remember, Scars or Kerrang or MTV2 Rocks or whatever it's called. And yeah, that was a strange thing. And it was like, okay, this is for real. We're on the telly. And back then, being on the telly was quite hard to achieve. So yeah, it was that was a big deal. And then just being on all the jukeboxes and people who used to hate you coming up and trying to be a friend. That sort of stuff.
That old chestnut.
That's fine. But sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, like, that album when it first released, like, it hit the ground running. Like I said, there was constantly on Kerrang. As I mentioned in my intro, you played the first Download Festival. I'm going to see you guys at the old Birmingham Academy, like queued around the fucking corner. Like, what was that like, especially at a young age?
Very terrifying and definitely too young. Quite a lot of pressure, and I haven't figured myself out yet. I shouldn't have been saying what was supposed to be the words coming out of my mouth that I meant, and you know, I hadn't. I was always quite a shy, introverted teenager, kid. Quite a strange upbringing. Won't go into it, but yeah, just like I was a bit of a strange, hidden inside himself kind of guy. So that was kind of. I mean, there was always like the animal, the alter ego would come out on stage a little bit, even in the early days. But in between songs, I was like this little mouse, just shying away and just squeaking and being scared. So to be all of a sudden perceived as a rock star or whatever was uncomfortable. Yeah, and when there was times when I embraced it, because it does feel good when you're being treated like that and you're rocking out and playing your songs. But yeah, it's like after a while you just want to talk about anything but yourself, I suppose. He says whilst doing this.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's been 21 years.
Different. This is different. No, but I mean, like to read stuff, you know, because press can be really cruel. To read stuff at that age could be pretty like painful. Just bad reviews, people tearing apart my music. I these days I don't care. If you don't like my music, good for you. I think we're awesome. See you later. Show me yours. Actually, too busy to listen to it. So apart from that, so yeah, just reading mean things. Yeah, but took me a while to toughen up and to take that stuff. So yeah, that was there was a lot of painful times there where it's like that's the end of the world. Could read one bad thing about myself and that would be that day pretty much ruined. So yeah, there's that side of it. It's not all peaches and cream. Yeah, I would probably have preferred to have gone to university, get that backup plan in place, also learn a bit more about life before becoming a successful frontman in quite a successful rock band. Yeah. But it is what it is. And I survived.
You did, and I think that's one thing that is really important to mention. Like you said, it's from an early age, and you've mentioned your mental health struggles and all this sort of stuff, but you've never given up. Like you fast forward to 2024, InMe's got 7 studio albums, a new one on the way. You've got your own solo stuff out there. Like I admire the fact that you've not just gone, "Nah, I'm out." Like
I did think about it a lot for a fair while, but yeah, I got through it, and so yeah, it's only get one life. So yeah, I mean, I've been through some real ups and downs. Like I was just an alcoholic most of my adult life, and finally got permanently sober, and since then, just in a really good headspace. You know, I'm not a worry, I guess would be the main thing. So yeah, but yeah, it's been up and down with my mental health all throughout my adult life, and also because I kind of didn't really have a normal launch into adult life. So yeah, it's been a weird one, but I'm in a good place.
Good.
That's
just the main thing. And does this mean we can expect a 20-year anniversary of White Butterfly?
You're damn straight.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we got to discuss the plan. And the thing is, like with the band where we're at the moment, it's a good thing and a bad thing, but we're sort of making it up as we go along, almost, and seeing what opportunities come and then putting things in place. Like I say, like we had the Overgrown Eden re-release. We've got our new album Demons, so we're like, well, let's do the Overgrown Demons tour.
Nice.
Where we play Overgrown Eden, play some B-sides from that, play a big span of all the classics, sing-alongs, and also play new songs from Demons, the next album, which lead us into 2025, where we do that. But then, like you say, it's the 20th anniversary, so maybe we do some sort of celebration show later in the year to celebrate that album, where we would probably play it in full, I imagine. And yeah, I'd look forward to that because I'd love to play that album.
Oh, that album again. Following from Overgrown Eden, that album again just went, fuck me, this band are unbelievable.
Thanks.
Just when 7 Weeks pops up and you just
Thanks, I made it myself.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, we could just be like that. This act that every year just goes, yeah, well, here's one I made earlier. Yeah, because in 2027 it'll be 20th anniversary of Daydream Anonymous. Where does it end, lads? Where does it end?
Never.
Keep going. Keep going.
With my inevitable death, but apart from that, let's keep the nostalgia tours rolling.
That's when the tribute bands take over. You're fine. Just keep it going. Keep it going.
Keep it going, people.
Just going back
to
get
someone good.
Yeah, well,
much better than me.
No such thing.
Yeah, because then I'll be more of a legend.
Just go quickly back to the.
I'm kidding, by the way, guys. I hate myself.
Just going back to the re-release, obviously, and it's 2 vinyls. Is that right? You've got one that's non-album songs and B-sides. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes. So basically, Music for Nations own the recording of all the songs from the sort of Overgrown Eden campaign for the album tracks and the B-sides, we did 16 tracks for the album with the knowledge we were going to whittle it down to 12, I think was always the number. So 4 of those songs became the B-sides. And then we did a couple other extra sessions in between the sort of InMe tour campaign of the Overgrown Eden album, sorry. And so just assorted B-sides that come under that particular record deal. But they've never been on Spotify and things like that. They've not been, I don't think they're available readily, like a decent version. So I've taken all the 10 B-sides and then sort of put it chronologically into an album order that feels like it flows. So that's the B-side album of Overgrown Eden. So that's the second. So it's pretty exciting if like people hadn't heard those songs before and they like Overgrown Eden. It means you've got like an album that kind of, you can't say it doesn't sound like that era because it is that era, you know.
Yeah.
So and I think they're good songs because I think we were allowed to have a little bit more control creatively and just really doing whatever we felt like at the time. So I think it's it's good little sister album to Overgrown Eden.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure maybe Ruins, was that on the Crush Like Fruit single?
No,
I know I've heard Ruins before because it came on when I was I was like, I know the lyrics to this.
Ruins, I think, Underdose was the first single. Sorry if I'm going to bore. I'm testing myself, to be honest.
Go for it.
Underdose, the B-sides were Jealousy and Ruins, I think. Yeah.
Yes, I know them both.
Miracle and Web were the B-sides for Firefly.
Yeah.
I believe there was 2 versions though. It was, oh God, I've confused matters already.
That's right. I'm trying to remember.
I think there was 2 versions. But anyway, and then Crush Like Fruit had Spur of Moment, Gently Hurting, and 2 acoustic tracks called Deep Regret and May As Well Kiss Me. And then Neptune, there was Receipt for Life, Alea, and I think that's about all of them.
Yeah, it is.
That's it. And like Receipt for Life was originally called Caramel when we were called Drowned. So that was one of our songs. It doesn't sound like, it sounds a bit different. And then Alea was a Drowned song because Alea is just basically, it was called As Low As You Are. So it's just an acronym of that. Yeah. And a really cool thing, I played a wedding recently and they wanted me to play Ruins, which is where I re-fell in love with the song again. And the groom's daughter was called Alea after.
No way.
So that's a cool little thing. Lots of my life is assorted with cool things like that. Very sweet. Like, that's the real stuff. That's the good stuff.
I remember it's talking of events in 2010. I lived in Sheffield and you came to a party, you played a party that my ex's friend had hired you for. Okay. And it was just, and I just remember waking up, I think I was hanging out of my arse, and you just stood there, you went, morning. And I was like, David, what the fuck? You know, so most just wake up like David McPherson just stood in front of me. Like,
I mean, to be honest, mate, like when you get sober, you can't make memories as, I don't know. It's
all right. I'm not expecting to. Mate, it was 14 years ago. I'm not expecting.
I should remember my whole life. I don't. I do not. I remember that since I sorted all that out. But Sorry, so it's, exactly. Like, my life's been wild, definitely. But yeah.
Are there any tracks on Overgrown Eden that you're particularly proud of?
Hard to pick a favourite. I think live, probably Her Mask. Because I can sing it. I've much more found my voice these days than when I was, a teenager, when I sang that on the record. So yes, and I like the space. It's a real slow, different kind of song. All this effects and whatnot. It's quite an epic. So live, I really enjoy playing that. Gaz does a sick solo in it that wasn't on the album. It's tough to say. I mean, Underdose is always fun. I do like that riff. I do like the riff, because that was kind of, I guess most people, that was the first ever thing they heard from InMe was that riff, because it was the first single and it was the first song on the album. Like Firefly, I'm not personally the biggest fan of the song, but it gets one of the biggest sing-alongs other than maybe Faster the Chase. So just like, I guess what I'm saying is these songs, I love them for how they are to me now, which is in a live capacity. Wounds, I was always pretty proud of. That's pretty progressive, bit proggy, that one, bit like Radiohead. And Natural, I like that one. That goes down with the crowd. I'm just saying all of them, aren't I?
Yeah, but it's fine. Because they all live
like, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't listen to the album, but that's just purely personal reasons. Just because I literally hadn't found my voice yet, and I struggle to hear. Other people would listen to it without, I'm listening to it. That's my voice. That's me. So I can wince a bit and cringe a bit if something doesn't sound like how I want it to sound. So yeah, I'd re-sing it all, but then people would probably go, no, I prefer the original anyway, because that is what it is. It's of its time, and trying to think. Trenches, I was always pretty happy with, like as a song. I wrote that when I was 15, and yeah, pretty strong, deep lyrics for a 15-year-old.
Very.
Yeah. So there you go.
Love it.
I think I left out a couple songs. Crush Like Fruit is our highest charting song of InMe's career, so that's a special one in that respect. That's the one where we did that crazy video where the room exploded around us.
Yes, it did.
Yes. So a lot of good memories there, actually. I did a side quest. We did our first two videos, Underdose and Firefly. We did them day and night in Toronto in Canada with this director called Harv, and I think it was called 234 Films. We ended up doing like 8 videos or something with them. So that was cool. Every time we did a music video, we get to go to Toronto, which is an amazing city. So yeah, good times doing those videos, and that was all through the Overgrown Eden.
I was going to say, were you a fan of doing those, or did you, because I think they're quite arduous, can't they, after a while doing them?
Yeah. I'm not comfortable with them. Okay. I much prefer just like a live us on us. I'd much prefer someone come on tour and just film us, do a tour, and film us in our natural environment, not miming and putting silly looks and whatnot to the camera. I don't know. I'm no actor either, so like I'm the biggest film nerd I know. Challenge me, film nerds. Let's join forces. If anything, let's take over the world with our film trivia. We'll become millionaires. But I can't act, like, whatsoever. I'll probably, as soon as someone said action, I'd just start laughing. So yeah, just film me doing the music thing, and I'll look like I'm acting really well, because I'm not acting. If that makes any sense.
Yes.
Yeah. But you tell me to walk down an alleyway and, I don't know, high five someone, you're not going to get a good. I'm not one of those frontmen. I'm not cool enough. Just can't do it.
I just picture you walking down and going, "Oh fuck, missed."
Oh yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, I could probably walk in a straight line, but no distractions. I can't have props guys in the. I'll be a struggle for anyone. So that's my pitch for becoming a famous actor.
I kind of want to see your version of the Verve. Why is the song gone out of my head?
Bittersweet Symphony.
Yeah, I just want to see your version of that now.
Like, I've thought about music videos. I think about one for InMe, and then with my solo one, like I want to do a music video. I live in Brighton. I am going to do the whole me walking along the beach, just trying to find a spot where there's no people around, and so there you go. You'll get to see it. You'll get to see your Verve, the Verve. Just this weird looking dude with a flat cap walking along the beach, trying not to laugh or sneeze
Or sneeze.
or yawn. Who knows?
But no, looking at the future now, you did tease it a moment ago. You mentioned you've got a brand new InMe album, Demons. When is the album coming out? Is there a release date on it yet, or do we not know?
We do not know.
Do not know yet.
2025.
2025.
Is like we are tracking it as we speak, but we've done too many times. We've set dates and deadlines with this thing that it's just let's just make it as good as it can possibly be, and then as things become apparent that things are ready, we'll put things in place. But yeah, I don't think there's no point us spending 5 years on something only to rush it for the last 6 months. So yeah, and we're hunting for management. Well, just looking at options basically. We want to hunt for. I want a strong manager that's going to bring something that us as a band, you know, we don't have the expertise to achieve. The clout, you know, a manager that's going to get us things that are, you know, once in a lifetime sort of opportunities, things like that would be handy, and just to maintain certain things. I'm no good at it. I just want to write and play music and do the things I'm good at, but there's no way I can do the things that some of these people can. So there's that, and I've completely gone off track again. But yeah, try and get that in place. Try and get a good manager in place. Or if it comes to it, we'll release it ourselves and mobilize ourselves, really organised, and everyone in the band has strengths, and we can, you know, hire our press agent, things like that. So, but there's no dates. I guess we try and aim for like a springtime single, and then I'm realistically, you could say the album's out before summer, but I doubt it. I reckon it'll be more like autumn. But with much InMe stuff and solo stuff going on, so it's not just going to be wait in silence. Not that people would wait in silence 10 months for the next InMe thing. But yeah, like the plans are in place, but I can't give you concrete dates because I don't know them. And yeah,
that's fair.
2025, there's going to be all sorts of new InMe music.
Incredible. And you've got a 3-tour date coming up. End of November.
Yeah, a 3-tour date. Hey, this is the first show. Hey, we're halfway through the tour. Show. Hey, it's the last show of the tour. We're going home. But yeah, sorry, I just think it's a bit funny calling it a tour. What would you call it? A mini adventure. I don't know.
Yeah.
An escapade. A jaunt.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Ah, even better.
The Overgrown Demons jaunt. But it's really cool. Like, I kind of like the whole 3 shows. Yeah, beginning, middle, end. You know, starters, main course, dessert, or whatever. I don't know where I'm going with that one, but yeah, it's exciting. We're doing a 20-song set list. Wow. Really excited to do it. Like the reaction, the tickets. Like we sold out London. We would do a venue upgrade, but there's no available in the right time and date. Liverpool, get involved because it's Jono's hometown show. You need to be there because Liverpool crowds can be the loudest. And Birmingham sold out, but we upgraded to the Institute 2.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah, I was gutted because I thought it sold out. And then I noticed, I think it was yesterday, that it's been upgraded, so I need to get tickets now. So I'll try and get some tickets as soon as I can.
Do. But still blows my mind. Still, like, I mean, it could have been terrible, the sales, and we would have carried on. That's what we do. But it would have been really disheartening. So it's been amazing to see that people still want to come to our shows, and it's going to lead on nicely into 2025. InMe back, healthy as ever. New music, here we go.
Incredible. Obviously, having 7 albums though, I imagine writing a set list is a fucking nightmare for you guys.
It's not that difficult. Because I mean, some of it is just like where we have to play faster than Chase. We're
Of
not.
course.
We're not mean. You know, I'm not saying any names, but I went to a gig very recently, and I was like, "What?" I literally wanted that song,
Oh,
and it's like one of your main biggest singles, and I was ready for that riff, and it's not in the set list. So yeah, there's certain songs, Faster Chase, Underdose, and things. Well, we're still playing lots from Overgrown Eden anyway. And then it's also like we just want to be as tight as possible. We can't just go of our 100 or so whatever songs with our limited amount of rehearsals. You've got 5 guys, 5 different jobs and careers and lives in different places. Like two of the guys, Tom lives in Bristol. We have a deck drummer called Pete who lives in Milton Keynes. John, our guitarist, lives in Liverpool, as I said. And so we can't just rehearse. Like me and Gaz can meet up, me and our bassist Mike, the Southern bunch, we can do bits, but yeah, we can't just rehearse. So it's also like, well, we're really strong at that song live. Do we I know no one wants to hear this because it's limiting, but it's the reality is we want to do the set list. So we deliberately learn a few, but we would never just like learn 20 songs from scratch that we haven't played in 10 years and do a set list like that, because we just don't have the time, or it's just not realistic with real life. But yeah, so it is the strongest set list we've ever made. It's 20 songs, so it's going to be pacing myself because I usually go way too nuts, especially the first show. That's when I'm going to be in trouble. And the first show is London.
Yeah.
And I'll be like 3 songs in and go, oh my Lord, this is not like at rehearsal where I was just sort of mildly rocking out. I'm out of breath and I'm in my 40s. But luckily, I'm very healthy these days. Although, yeah, so yeah, I'm ready for it. And I sometimes, a lead singer's, it's a very lonely, isolated worry because you don't want to worry anyone else. But when you're losing your voice, it's bloody miserable. There's nothing worse. It's a scary feeling and you can't do anything about it. But, I mean, touch wood, it's only 3 gigs. So I don't care if I've got nothing left by the time I get back from Birmingham. So there's that as well. So, sorry, I went off on a little lead singer diva tangent again. But yeah, really excited about the tour and just, yeah, it's going to be great. We're playing a new song. We're playing 3 new songs from Demons, but 2 of them we already know really well. So really excited about playing those 2. But we're playing this new song called Confession, and it's going to open the album Demons. So really excited about that song. That's going to be, I predict, a fan favorite.
Oh, strong. I'm looking forward to that.
Otherwise,
Absolutely.
you're completely entitled to your completely incorrect opinion.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Like I said, now I know there's a venue upgrade. I'll be getting my tickets as soon as possible.
I'm just being cheeky, by the way. I don't actually think I'm a big deal, but that song is one of my prouder moments.
I can't wait to hear it.
You got to toot your own horn, Dave. There's one thing you got to do in this world: toot your own horn. You got to sell that product, my friend.
Trying to learn that. Trying to learn a little bit of learning my worth.
But before we do let you get out of here, the music industry is a very difficult world to navigate. We speak to a lot of young and unsigned artists on here. And I did mention it earlier, but the one thing I really admire about you is your longevity. The fact you've never given up, you've kept going no matter what. You've stuck to this job, this passion that you have for music. What's like a piece of advice you might give to younger bands these days that are maybe feeling that low of like, are we ever going to get somewhere? Like, what's a piece of advice you might give to them?
Well, in terms of how to make it in this day and age, I don't know.
No.
I'm not the expert there. I'm probably trying to figure that out myself. But literally just stay away from the word AI, things like that. Stop trying to fit an algorithm. Do not be in any room with any musician doing that sort of stuff. Trying to hit an algorithm. Imagine like listening to that 20 years later, and you went, "Oh yeah, I wrote that with AI," or something like that.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
do you know what I mean? If you're serious about music, you already know you are serious about music because you're obsessed with it and it's your life. Just make something really real that you. But it depends what you want to, what type of artist you are, what you want to achieve, whether you dancing's your thing, whether you just want to have a fun 10 years whilst you're young, trying to tour around, being in a band, and then do something else. Depends what you want to do with your life. But if you're serious about being in a band and you want to just be maybe more than just playing local gigs, which is absolutely nothing wrong with that either. But if you want to, I guess, just really, really work hard at refining your sound, working with people who you both enjoy making the same music and that you can be around, and just be true and believe in what you're doing, because trust me, people can tell when you don't. So yeah, and I guess like you want a real clued up listener to be your kind of audience. You don't want a fleeting audience. You don't want to be part of a fad. So I guess if you're making something you really believe in, and there is part of it, you've got to work hard at being a good musician. And not everyone, I don't know, it's not for me to say, but maybe not everyone has that. But yeah, be serious about it, and then people are gonna believe in your music, and yeah. But I mean, it really depends on what you want to do. Like for me, I'm in a band that I want to be in, and that's the sort of music. It's really good for me being in this band. Yeah, I wouldn't be in a band that I didn't believe in the music, or I didn't feel the music playing it. So I don't know if there's advice in that, but to in a nutshell, just do it for yourself and be real and work hard and put your life and soul into it, I suppose.
Absolutely.
But with regards to getting a deal these days and becoming a big TikTok thing, I am not the person to ask. I'm a dinosaur. I come from a different age.
I could see you dancing on TikTok, Dave. Come on.
I know, right? Yeah. Tried that for a while. But what am I doing?
Walking down the beaches of Brighton on TikTok. I can see it.
Oh no, I thought you meant like there is actually. I have a TikTok. I tried it for about a month, and there is a video of me on it dancing. So I thought you meant that.
Okay, no.
But
Incredible.
It's me being a dork. It's not me trying to do a TikTok dance thing like I know what one of those is. I like Instagram. I'm getting quite good at it. Yesterday, I figured out how to add links to stories. This is me, ladies and gentlemen. From anyone who actually knows how to do Instagram properly, they probably just look at mine and go, well, "He does know that that's not that." But I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun.
Good.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Incredible.
Yeah.
Oh. Dave,
I'm enjoying doing Instagram lately. I'm just sort of doing maybe live covers here and there, and just showing people where I'm at with gigs and things. I don't mind that, but I'm not. Yeah. But I don't scroll anything. I think that's the thing with TikTok. Like I did a couple things, and then I just thought, this is awful. Like, is this suited to me? Like, even people I know, I'm like, you're not a professional actor or comedian. I don't know why I'm scrolling through this. I preferred it when people were just showing me pictures of their food or their cats.
Simpler time, Dave. Simpler time.
With Instagram, if I go down the reels and then I go, oh, next reel, I'm like, this is not a good investment of my time. I like movies and stuff, like where people have spent millions and millions of pounds and time and effort to make some real good piece of art. I don't need to see another video about just taking the mickey out of drummers. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, here's our bassist, and it's a video of a dog or something. I don't know.
I know where you're coming from, though. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So yeah, and the same with Facebook. It's like, oh, there's a friend of mine. Oh, here's a load of stuff from Temu or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a waste of time. I'm luckily I'm not sucked into it. Maybe I was for a while, but like I know what I like, and I watch that instead.
Not that I want to bring the tone down slightly, but just a little bit. What is something that you've learned about yourself throughout your journey in music?
For good or bad, I'm a very passionate person, very emotional person. Didn't take me much. Yeah, like we said a patient left to the ward to go be somewhere else, and yeah, just like at work, choking up, tears coming down my eyes, sort of thing. So I'm quite an emotional person, and that's evident in the music as well. But I don't mind that. I'm happy about that. I think I get that from my mother. So what have I learned about myself through music over the years? Is that the general question?
Throughout your journey, yeah.
That this is the one time I'll swear in this interview, that I really fucking love music.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the bite. That's the sound bite.
I'm just going to use that to promote this whole interview now. I fucking love music.
but before that, I said this is the only time I swear.
Yeah.
Because I'm a respectable man these days.
Oh, Dave,
like you swear. Well, I swear when the context is right or the company I'm with. But yeah, I guess working an actual, hospital job taught me about my Essex potty mouth ways.
Yeah.
And then I just replace things with like flipping and blimming and yeah.
Oh, sugar.
I make oh good gosh golly. Blimey crikey. Shut the front door.
I love that one.
It's a good one, that, but it's overused. It's not cool anymore. So. Unless you go, shut the front door.
Yeah.
You can still get away with that at work. Didn't say it.
Oh. Dave, a question I like to ask all musicians when they come on this show. Obviously, there might be some people listening to this who are going like, I like the sound of this guy. I'm going to go check out some of his music. Maybe they're not familiar with your music. Yeah, let's go.
Let's say he's got a really strong bladder. He's been talking for a long time.
If people were to go check you out, what's maybe one or two songs, either from InMe or your solo stuff, that you feel really encapsulates what you do?
2 songs of each, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do All Terrain Vehicle because that song I love playing it with the band because I think it's a nice, like, sort of almost like a palate cleanser from the metal. I think we play it really well, and I love singing it. I love the lyrics; still mean a lot to me. But I also play that at every solo show, so that is a nice little bridge between InMe and solo. Another InMe song. I mean, like, there's changes all the time, so this is just today's favorites. So as we discussed, Confession, I'll go with that because that song is like, it's got a lot of elements all tied together really nicely, and it is like kicks off the new album Demons, which means a lot to me. In itself, it is a confession throughout the song. So yeah, that one, but could change tomorrow. But we've got plenty to choose from. And then solo, there's a new song. There's a song called Snowball. That's the first song on second solo album, Dream Wars. That I'm really proud of still. It's really well put together. It's very hard, but that's a good all-round song. And then one other I'm just going to choose. There's a song called "Born on the 8th of July," which will be on my next solo EP, and it's literally a song about sobriety and becoming like an abstinent person, and how I feel going from that, mentally adapting to a sober life. So that song I'll be happy to put that out and people to go, cool, that's where he's at.
Mr. Stevens, any more questions for our wonderful guest?
I have one more, Dave, if that's okay with you. Basically, when you first started this musical journey way back in the day and getting to where you are, would you ever think this is where you'd be today?
No. Like I'm not very good at that foresight. Like I would have just imagined, I probably would, in my imagination of me in the future, look completely different, be like, I don't know, living on a farm, with this perfect idyllic movie life.
Yeah.
So no, but that's not how life works. But yeah, I'm not very good at that. Like these days, I'm getting better at it. Like I've got a plan in my head of the next 8 years, basically, but that won't happen. It's my plan, and it's a good path, and but that won't happen. Life will go in another way, but at least I'm keep making little plans as I go along. But yeah, I am pretty happy in my life. I think I just want to be playing. I want the band to be maybe 4 times as big as it is. That's about. I'd be happy with that. Just to be able to make a living off it, doing music. This is my full-time thing. I love working at the NHS anyway, so that I can't complain with my current situation. But I would like my band to be bigger. I just want to play bigger stages, bigger crowds, and be a little bit better off, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah.
And be able to go to some places I haven't been to whilst I'm still alive. Just see the world, just have really good, nice experiences, and that would be. Other than that, though, I'm just kind of day by day learning about myself, figuring out life, and just constantly excited about music. Though music is a real through line, especially now. Like I'm all better. Music's like really exciting.
Love it.
Really, really happy to hear you're in a good place. I really am.
Thanks. Thank you.
And all the best for the future. I can, the tour's going to be, the jaunt is going to be great, and can't wait for the new albums. So
we've just chatted for a fair while. So don't buy tickets. Just give me a shout. I'll put you on a list.
Oh, thank you, mate. I appreciate that.
We're buds. I'll sort it out.
Oh,
but you got to review it. 11 out of 10, but only because of the song "Confession," because it's obviously the best song of all time.
That'd be the first thing. But "Confession" is the greatest InMe song of all time ever. In fact, it's just the greatest song of all time. Not even InMe. Every song ever. Incredible. Dave, before we let you go, plug social medias. Anything you want people to go check out?
I've got a Bandcamp. If you want to check out my solo stuff, that's the best way to help me with my music. Well, obviously the vinyl is out on the 1st of November, which could be right now.
It will be, yeah.
There you go. But this was 2 days earlier. It's crazy. This time travel nonsense. See what I mean? Couldn't be an actor. So yeah, just come to the shows. I know that it's hard. We're not playing everywhere. It is free shows. We want to play everywhere in the future. So the more people come to these shows, the better it is for us. Like on a logistical level, it's easier for us to move forward as a band when there's a bit more demand for us. I hate to say that, but that's the way it is. So yeah, and just keep your support, because we are going to rely on our audience for this album to really elevate things for us. And I promise in return, you're just going to get good music for years whilst we still can.
Incredible. Dave, thank you so much, man. This has been absolutely amazing. It's been a pleasure chatting to you tonight. And I wish you every success with Demons when it comes out next year. And obviously the EP when you drop that as well. And we look forward to catching up with you at the end of November.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
It's been fun.
And next year at 2000 Trees, we'll actually say hi to you because every time we saw you, you were talking to someone else or you were eating. I was like, "Well, leave him alone." Eventually, we'll get. Yeah, I
just make it out like I'm just eating for the 5 days I was there.
We didn't see that many times.
Hey, it made of money.
Well, yeah, to be fair, Trees, yeah, that's a fair point.
Cheese and chips for the whole weekend. No, no, I love that. 2000 Trees is the best festival in the world.
Yeah,
it's my home. It's my happy place. So that's why I go for I go for the whole 5 days. I just have and there was I was this sober guy this year, but I was the one out till 3 a.m. every night doing silent disco and then up at 9 ready to rock 5 days in a row. Best. I love it.
Incredible.
Yeah,
Dave, thank you so much, my friend. Have a glorious evening.
Couldn't
Enjoy.
be an actor.
I actually really need a piss.
Yeah, go on.
Yes,
That's the only reason I want to close it. Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Thank you so much, Dave.
Any guest list or whatever, and sort that out.
Well, we appreciate it
Thank you,
massively.
really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Really, thank
No
you.
worries at all.
Absolutely.
Have a good one, my friend.
We'll speak to you soon.
We're going to do some Demons music work making now anyway. So yeah.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Nice one,
See you
lads.
soon, fella.
Yeah,
Take it
Dave.
easy.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care, guys. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Dave, thank you so much for being with us. It's about time we had you on the show. So, also, for everyone watching us on YouTube, I'm sorry. Look how glary that is. That is insane, isn't it? It's like 80s or like really early 90s. I think wrestling would be like the show would come down, and be like pew pew pew, just like that. Yeah. And it's like
The old WrestleMania tune.
So something
Yeah.
like that.
I don't know what's going on. You're glary, and I feel like the angels are going to take me into fucking heaven. I'm so bright. I don't know what's going on.
You don't look bright. You don't look that bright from here. Maybe
Really?
change the bulbs.
No, nothing's
Okay.
different. But for some reason, I don't know.
Okay, well, back with a vengeance because it's time for Callum's Treachings.
No.
Hello, this week's Treachings come from the set of my own podcast, That Gym Couple Podcast, that I host with my partner Lucy, where we discuss all things gyms, fitness, gym anxiety, and a bunch of other stuff in between. If you do have the opportunity to come and check us out at That Gym Couple Podcast on Spotify and YouTube, we'd very much appreciate it.
Starting off thick.
I like it.
You know what I mean? So I think we get into the juicy, cruxy, deliciously, wonderfully sexy part straight away before chaos ensues. Put it that way. Jamie, he's not been here for a while, so I thought I might as well bring him straight in. What is Callum treating us this week?
Coffee shop toilets likely have the highest poop to customer ratio than any other vendors.
And yet they have the most awkward toilets to get into. At least Costa is like, here's your receipt, here's the PIN number you got to put in or whatever.
Because they don't want people fucking, constantly shitting in there. So it's just like, if you want to have a poo, you got to work for it, aren't you? You got to pay your way in. So I like it. It's like a key because obviously it's so spot on because everyone's going to want to fucking use it because it's that's the biggest laxative going.
I was going to say, I don't drink coffee. Is this a real thing? Like you drink
Yes.
coffee, you just immediately need to shit?
Yes. No, I wouldn't say immediately.
Well, no.
I suppose the poo out of your ass was like bonjour. But yeah,
Nice French roast.
Yeah, he's absolutely bang on. It's really weird. I can't remember what they call it. I think tea's the same, but it doesn't work in such a. It does not work as quickly. But yeah, you need to poo every time I have coffee. I'm always like, oh, I feel like I need to. Sometimes you go, oh, I don't need to go. I've already been. What the hell is this? It's weird. It's almost like it starts like playing with. I was going to say ass muscles. That's not right. Like I don't know why it does. It's like almost like the coffee starts to massage the colon. Like, come on, like forcing stuff out.
Coffee lubricant. I like it.
Yes,
Makes sense.
it's a way. It's a way. I wouldn't use it as a lubricant though.
No, I wouldn't advise it. If
Very
you're gonna let it
burny.
cool down, yeah.
Very burny, and just very wet. It wouldn't really be very lubey, would it? It's meant to be more like a gel or something.
Been here for like 2 minutes. I'm already talking about using coffee as lube. What the fuck is going on?
KY coffee. So yeah, no, I know. Strong start here, boys and girls, and theys and thems. What else is Callum treating us this week?
Just imagine what it would look like if Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and all satellite signals were visible to the human eye.
Oh God,
You won't be able to see in front of you.
It'd be like those wavelengths used to get with like old radios with the green line.
Oh
They're
yes.
talking like beats all the time, like and then you think you're stuck in some sort of laser force field. So moving around and walking around would be horrible.
Oh, and you'd probably feel the need to avoid them because I don't know, humans and lasers. So we'd just be walking around like this all thinking, so I'm trying to avoid them all.
I wonder if posh people who used to use Bluetooth headsets before they became like a normal thing, you'd always tell who the wankers are because they'd just be like, yeah, Bluetooth, yeah.
Now, I don't know if you can see what I got sticking out of my ear. Bluetooth, yeah.
I'm on my Bluetooth headset.
Yeah. So
The real wankery ones that had like the Britney mic that went down as well. Yeah.
People use them all the time. For some reason, supermarkets have them now and Boots have them. Imagine being that contactable all the time. Oh, God, it fills me with dread.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah. Oh, it's just in case a customer needs to know where something is. We could message over now and let them know, and then people can be like, "Oh yes, actually, it's in aisle 9. There you go." But fuck off! Like, why do you need to be in control of where everybody is at all times? I bet there's some sort of like, I was going to say not heat seeking, some sort of like transponder where security is sat upstairs being like, yeah, who's still they are. They're in the warehouse, and for some reason there's 2 dots, and they keep moving side to side. I don't know why. Just like fucking in the fridge.
That's bound to have happened.
That'd be nigh and impossible though, because if you're in a fridge in a cold environment, your penis going.
Well, yeah. I bet 2 people who work in a supermarket have tried that. 100%.
I wonder if someone's trying to fuck a frozen baguette. Yeah, they've
like a lot of cock
lined up like a javelin and just add a little sit down. Oh my bit. I mean, I'm working the freeze a bit tired. I might sit down for. Oh, well, that was right. I might have a little go. We used to have frozen baguette sword fights in Waitrose back in the day. Fucking amazing.
Surely Waitrose is too posh for that sort of tomfoolery.
Mate, the amount of times that we fucked around back in the day when people didn't care about profit or, or money or profit or money or profit, it was great. We used to have so much fun.
Back when retail used to be fun and actually customer service based. Those are the days.
Yeah, they were great. I remember those days.
Yeah.
Good fun. Yeah, we used to fuck around so much and no one gave a shit because the job got done, didn't care.
No.
So, yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, that had nothing to do with wavelengths or anything in your face. We start to watch something else. Yeah, so
standard.
But you make a good point there, Callum.
You do.
Anyway, and finally, Jamie, what is Callum treating us this week?
If hydras were real, would they have a dominant head?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. I feel like they do. Like the myths of the Hydra. I'm pretty certain there is a dominant head.
Is there?
Pretty certain.
Okay, I'll go with it. Fuck me. The middle and dominant Hydra head was the front and biggest, was immortal and breathed fire, apparently.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
There we are. If I just cut out all the bits where we Googled it, we'll look intelligent for once.
Hey, no, leave it in. What do you mean for once?
Come on, let's be honest.
I am. What do you mean for once?
The amount of things we have questioned ourselves over on this show is worrying.
How'd you kill him? Because, like it says, like you cut one head off and 2 more grow.
That is a good question.
So the Hydra was clearly a Tory. Honestly, because they don't seem to die.
No, apparently not.
They just churn out fucking prime minister. They wouldn't believe whenever they fucking feel like it. Oh, I fucked up. Better you better have a go. Or no, I fucked up. Now you better. Sorry, no, they don't talk like that, do they? Oh, terribly sorry. I seem to have messed up. Your turn. Make sure you get as much money out of it as you can before you mess up, and we'll send somebody else in instead. Yes. Off and all that.
Apart from getting stronger, they just got fucking dumber instead. But there we are.
They didn't get they didn't get dumber. They got more and more greedy. But yeah, I wonder if that. So the other heads have power. If the middle one could breathe fire, does that mean the other ones was it like Captain Planet's like I don't know?
Captain Planet Hydra. Fuck
Yeah.
yes.
One was earth, one was air, one was water. So there's nothing more annoying than wind. There's nothing more because there's nothing you can do about it.
No.
Do you know what I mean? If it's blowing a gale, blowing a bloody gale, it's nothing fucking worse because you're like your hood flaps over your head or flaps away from you or just like it's so frustrating, man. Wind does my head in.
Yeah, especially the hood thing. Yeah, you put your hood up because of the rain, and the next thing you know, it's gone. Like,
the wind is the outside version of getting caught on the door handle. I find. Yeah. And you only get caught on the door handle when you're in the most pissed off mood ever. That's the only time you ever get caught on a door handle or walk into a door.
Yes. Never when you're in a good mood, you can just laugh it off. It's always when you're pissed off.
No. You don't even laugh it off. You don't do it.
Well,
so there's nothing to laugh off. You don't do it at all.
I just mean you're not in that mindset where you could laugh it off. It's just never happens then.
I remember being in a really fucking awkward situation at work. I was trying to get out of it, and I put my foot too far forward, and the door just ricocheted back, and I walked straight head first into it. And I was like, "Oh, for God's sake!" I was like, of all the moments, of all the people to be around at this point, this is not what I want right now. So yeah, it was shit. But still, Callum, thank you so much. We thought we'd start strong. You've not been here for I don't have my voice then. You've not been here for a while, so we thought we'd jump in and get started with you. But Jamie, have you heard the news? Have you ever played The Simpsons Tapped Out?
Yes.
Have you heard the news about it?
No.
It's going. It's going. As soon as New Year hits, it's going.
Wow. I mean, I haven't played it for a very long time, but wow.
I got back, started watching Simpsons loads again recently, the last probably 5 or 6 months. So I started playing it again. And literally, they did the last story for not Halloween, they did an AI story. And they've built the AI story in the game up to AI is now destroying Springfield forever. And it's like, and then Jeremy Saffer, former guest and friend of the show, put up a post saying, please sign this petition to save The Simpsons Tapped Out. Because he's played it the entire way through.
Wow.
So his Springfield is like huge. And he's like, I spent loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of hours building this, getting all the characters and everything, and now you're going to take it all away from me.
Oh, I mean, God, how long has that been going?
Well, probably since iPads were invented, I think.
Yeah, I feel like that came out like when me and Becky first got together.
14 years old, I think it is.
It's going around, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. It's crazy, man. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I was a bit gutted because I was like, oh, the in-app purchases. Not that I do in-app purchases, but they con you and get you that way, don't they? Yeah. But like they've stopped and now they've released every character for the special events. They're all there available now, and you get donuts like all the time, so you can get them all.
What's the point in getting them all to then not be able to play the game anymore?
Well, exactly.
I think that would make me even angrier. I'd be like, I finally got them, and now I can't use them.
Nope. Absolutely mental. Yeah.
Weren't Kiss in that at one point? I feel like there was a Kiss event at one point.
Was there?
I think so.
Oh.
I might be wrong.
I mean, I have no idea because I couldn't give a shit. So, I swear, every conversation we have, weren't Kiss doing that at some point? They probably were bleeding fucking money out of everyone.
No,
again at fucking 97,000 years old.
Family Guy version that they did.
That went ages ago.
Yeah, they were in that one. I remember now.
Okay.
There we are.
Let me just check. Yep, still don't care. So, mate, like, I've noticed this recently. I know how much you love your cat. So, yeah, that reaction to it all. I know how much you absolutely adore and love her. I mean, you named her after a fucking Star Wars character, for God's sake, so you've got to love her.
That was the point. I liked her. Yeah.
Anyway, why is it with cats they will be the most loving, cutest, luscious creature ever when they want something from you, which tends to be food.
Yeah.
And as soon as you give them what they want, they're like, Have you not died yet? Why are you still here, prick? Fuck off out of my sight, my house, and don't you dare touch me again.
Pretty fucking accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish the cat was nice to me when she wanted feeding. She would just walk around you and go, meow, meow, meow. I was like, I'm going to fucking feed you to an animal in a minute. I hate that cat.
Don't have to. Okay, well,
I
calm
don't
down.
like that
Just,
cat.
yeah, we'll get rid of her then.
I'd love to, but the wife won't let me.
Oh, well, we just have to live with it.
Yeah.
So I had a point. Yeah, I reckon cats have bipolar.
Yes, that would make sense actually.
Or they just are narcissistic. And it's like, I know how I can get whatever I want out of this human. I will suppose I will parade myself around and let you touch me. That I don't want you to touch me, but I'll let you touch me, I suppose. And I will rub my fur up against your jeans or your trousers to make sure I'm covered in me. Ha, see, no matter where you go, you'll always think of me until I get what I want. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. Fuck off. And this is so delicious. Don't you dare touch me. This is the most wonderful num num. Ah, now I can fuck off and leave them alone. They don't go anywhere near me for the next 5 hours.
I'm going to go sleep. I reckon they've just still got an ego from when the Egyptians used to worship cats millions of years ago. They've still got an ego from that, I reckon.
Yeah,
assholes.
Do you reckon the Indians evolved? No, that's why I started worshipping cows. Because, yeah, they were like, oh, well, cats have their day. Cows' turn now. And then soon we move to the snake.
Mr. Stevens, I have something to bring to you this week.
Oh, God. I mean, you didn't let me finish, but go
on.
Oh,
sorry.
No, go on. No, go on. You've started, so you've got a mastermind.
I found another hybrid sport.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
This one is so legitimate, it has its own Wikipedia page. That's how you know it's legit. I present to you chess boxing.
Chess boxing is a hybrid sport combining the board game chess with the combat sport boxing. And you alternate rounds between the two until there is either checkmate or knockout.
Yes! 2 combatants play alternative rounds of blitz chess and boxing until one wins by either checkmate or knockout.
Oh, God, this is getting ridiculous.
Where the fuck did they come up with these ideas? Like, the round finishes a boxing, and then they have to go outside the ring, sit down at a table, and play chess.
What?
And it's got its own governing bodies: the World Chess Boxing Association, the World Chess Boxing Organization. It was invented. My favorite thing: it was invented by a French comic book artist, and then a Dutch performance artist went, I'm going to fucking make that. And now there's teams in the UK, India, Finland, France, and of course Russia. Because, they get involved in all the weird sports.
So, I need to bring this up. So I was watching Daddy.
Of course.
And there was an episode recently where he does that bit where he does all the main story, then he comes at the end and talks about one random thing randomly really quickly before the end.
Oh, yeah.
And it was called World of Sports. And it's like the Olympic Games, but it's for all the sports that don't make it to the Olympics. They're all really random, weird one. I think that's one of them.
Really?
But he was going on about blade sports, where you make your own daggers and knives and cut the shit out of stuff. And he was getting really excited about it. It was funny as hell.
That sounds dangerous.
But yeah, apparently the World of Sports is next year because it's the year after the Olympics every 4 years. And it's all mental sports, all mental things put together.
I did not know that was a thing.
And you could even go on their website and recommend your own sports that you want to be seen in this World of Sports. It's crazy, man. It's so crazy. But he kept going about blade sports. It was just very funny. You know how he'll talk about something and he'll mention blade sports about 50 times. So, and I think chess boxing was in there.
That's a great. So basically, for the next time they do the World of Sports, we have to go and nominate every single fucked up sport we talk about on this show. Let's just go nominate a lot.
You could do it right now. We could do it on their website. Yeah.
Oh, incredible. We've got to do it. Let's go nominate every weird sport.
UFC basketball and that sort of thing. Yes. It's literally someone else got really bored and then just went, I'm going to put 2 sports together for no reason.
Yeah. wonder what else you could do.
Horse riding basketball. Horse riding baseball, even.
That'd be incredible. Unless you swing too hard, swat the horse across the head of the bat. That's probably not a good idea.
You've got to be on the horse to hit the ball, then you've got to go horse riding, but you've got to go against other people who are trying to get to base to home run at the same time, that sort of thing. Oh, God.
This feels like a future audience participation. What 2 games can we put together to make a new sport? Yes.
That's next year.
That's next week sorted.
That's next week sorted, yeah. Not by next year. I mean, the way this year's going, it almost is.
Well, that's very true. I'll forget by next year.
Yeah, probably. You'll forget by tonight. Before, this has made a really good point. I was thinking about this recently. Obviously, we had daylight savings time on Saturday night, Sunday morning, yeah?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we've gone back an hour. Why, as British people, I bet you nowhere else does this, when it's like you're at work or you're doing something and it's like 7 p.m. and you're like, oh God, 7 p.m. It's like, well, actually, yesterday it was 6 p.m. So it's lying, isn't it? It's actually 6. It's technically 6, isn't it? It's not 7. It's not 7. It's technically 6.
We all do it.
Yeah, because clocks have gone back now. Clocks are back, so technically it's 8. That's actually 8, not 6.
Or the confusion in the morning. Did I lose or did I gain an hour's sleep last night? I can't work it out.
I always forget. I always forget which one's which. But obviously it's going back, so it's lighter in the morning but darker at night. Dude, it was so weird walking out of the shop on Monday to go home, and I was like, oh, like it's dark. What the hell? So yeah,
it's very dark at night at the minute.
But I love how we're just so like, no, technically, actually, it was actually 7, but now it's 8, so it's actually 7 realistically when I think about it. And then earlier, before we went to therapy tonight, I was just sat in the house. I was like, well, actually, I should be there now. It's technically 10 to 8, not 10 to 7.
I did feel sorry for the guys at work the other night because they had to work an extra hour for free. I was like, oh yes, poor sods. I'm going to go home and go to bed.
That's grim. Surely they should let them go an hour earlier or something.
Well, no, because then you need to pay the morning lot an extra hour. So they're just like, yeah, no.
Oh, that's filthy.
Because the way they say it is like, you work that one, so when the clocks go forward, then you get 1 less hour paid. But
yeah, but then
I don't know if it's going to be the same person.
Exactly.
Yeah. So one's getting like
shafted,
getting a Brucey bonus, and getting shafted. Yeah.
Yeah, bastards. I'd be like, no. Must be so weird though. Like you've just worked 1 till 2, now you got to work 1 till 2 again.
Yeah.
Like, hang on a minute. Have I gone back in time? What the fuck's this?
I'll be fucking livid. I've been the fortunate one where it's gone an hour and a half. I was like, oh, that was beautiful to see. I enjoyed that.
I would just fuck with everybody. And when it got to 2 p.m, I started the job back. I was doing back at 1 a.m. and doing it all again. Like literally for a full hour. And everyone would be like, what the fuck? I thought you did this. And just like don't say anything. Just like robotically like.
I would tell everyone they're having their break at 2 because as soon as it's 2, it's free. You're like, no breaks for you tonight.
Oh, you want to have wankers, are you?
No, but I would be in that case. But why not?
Fair enough. How are you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm knackered because I finished work an hour and 18 minutes ago. But yeah, other than that, it's been a hell of a shift. Saying that the past 2 days have been one hell of a shift. I've been knackered. I cycled to work yesterday. At the end of my shift, I was like, I'm getting the train. I'm bollocks. I couldn't cycle back. Fuck it.
Oh, dedicated to the course, mate. If you got there, you're getting back.
Oh, I got back on the train. I cycled to the train station. It counts. But yeah, other than being knackered.
No, it doesn't. It does
in my mind.
That does not count at all.
I got on my bike and I went from one destination to another. Job done.
Disappointing.
What about you? How are you?
Why has it been so nuts?
With lots of jobs, not enough staff, just extra bits need doing. Yeah,
I almost went half term. Oh, no, it's a hospital. There's a man.
The parents like, I need to get away from the kids.
Yeah, how can I get your checkup done? I know what I'll do. I'll just tell you you got a fever.
Fucking everyone's got bloody flu.
What's the randomest? What's the most weirdest, randomest thing you've had someone? Obviously, don't go into full detail because of GDPR, but like, what's the most randomest shit you've had someone come in for?
No, because we don't really see it. We just get like the move them.
You just shuffle them around, yeah.
Yeah. Can't really think of anything. We had one a few weeks ago. I didn't deal with it, but one of my colleagues did, where a guy was in a motorbike accident, went over, landed right on his crotch, and he's lost his manhood.
Oh.
Yeah, that didn't sound pleasant.
That's not weird. That's just horrific. And I'm really
Yeah,
happy it's
no,
all right.
that's something I could think of.
I wanted like candles in an ear or something, or I don't know, whisk
No.
up the arse.
I was going to say, nothing that's inserted violently up the arse, unfortunately.
Oh, could you imagine putting a whisk up your jet and then using that as doing like the helicopter to whisk? Just start putting the ball by your crotch, just go like, just doing hip thrusters. So that'd be
Welcome
so
to
funny.
Tom's Baking Show.
After dark, XXX. It's always after dark, never before.
No.
Never during the day.
During the day, I've got things to do tonight. XXX.
Yeah. Just put the 3 X's after anything. It'd be so funny. I must clean the chimney, put the plants out, plus plant the plants, go pick up my kid from school, and then post XXX.
Filthy.
Yeah. Like just adult life porn, but it's just like living a life that people that get really excited by cleaning rugs.
I mean, rug cleaning videos are great. Yeah.
Like I love chiropractic videos, so like that for me, just like that's like your daytime porn.
Daytime porn.
Chiropractic XXX. Oh, look at me crack that hip. Oh, the way that back went.
Oh, look at that
noise,
pool.
mate.
It's lovely and clean.
It's the noise. It's just, everything with bones cracking is just like, okay, it does things to me. It's a weird kick, I suppose. Like bacon fat down the esophagus.
Oh,
you dirty bastard. Oh, you dirty bastard. Yeah, that's lovely.
Well, if you can do the noise again.
Oh. Sorry, excuse me. I do apologise.
Did I ask how you were? I can't remember if I asked.
You did, but I interrupted you because I was
Okay.
asking you about weird things, and you told me about a really horrific accident that happened.
Yeah, that was it.
Bless that human. I hope he's all right.
Yeah,
Imagine having about sex again. Oh God, it'd be heartbreaking. It's just stump. Oh no, okay, I can't move on. I imagine I get a prosthetic, but you won't feel anything ever again.
No.
That'd be the worst.
Oh no, I don't want to think about it.
No, you go for hours, but you wouldn't. You just knacker yourself out. Nothing's happened.
My hips are killing me.
Yeah, I'm all right. Sorry, I just got stuck on, the removal of genitalia. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm very tired, but I'm all right. I've not the time difference has really fucking thrown me off. And then I've had 2 really late nights. And I've tried to sleep, but I keep waking up. I don't know why I keep waking up, but I do. So yeah, man, just here we are doing this as usual. So I think because I've not had an evening to chill. Sunday I chilled, but I didn't last night. I didn't tonight. So it's just been a lot going on. So what's going on in the world of Jamie?
Not a fat lot, to be honest. I've mostly been Rihannaing, like I said before. I went to go see the kids the other day, which was fun. I went down a little bit early because Harrison wanted to show me his brand new motorbike.
Okay.
Brought himself a motorbike. He hasn't done his CBT or any lessons to ride it yet, so it's basically just pull it out, rev the engine, give it a clean, get it all nice and ready for when he can ride it. His little pride and joy, bless him. But no, he's very excited. And I got to sit on it because that's pretty much all you can do on it at the moment. Plus, probably about as brave as I would do on it, to be fair. As I used to ride a moped, but I could never ride a motorbike.
It's like a super bike type thing. What is it?
No, it's only a little 125 thing. But
that means nothing to me.
It's basically you can ride it on a CBT. You don't need a full license.
You could start singing the Macarena to me. I still have no idea what that's going on.
To be fair, he was literally describing things to me. And he's like, "I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this," and I was thinking, "You go ahead, my boy. I'm sure that's great. I have no idea what you're talking about."
That means they can drive to you, though.
This is very true. This is very true. He's very excited because all of his friends are into motorbikes and they're all riding. He's like, I want to ride with them. So he's very excited, bless him. But yeah, other than seeing the kids, that's pretty much all I've been up to. I've done a lot.
Really?
No, nothing. I've got a busy weekend coming, but other than that,
wow.
What about you? What have you been up to?
Never watched anything?
Just my little Halloween tradition. I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. Hold on. Let me have a quick count.
No way.
21. And that doesn't include the 7 I saw at the film festival. So if you include them, 28.
Which is yesterday's date.
Yes. I'm doing
Nice.
well. I'm doing
Nice.
well. And there's quite a few I'd never seen before as well, so it's quite nice watching some new ones. I've watched the only 3 Omen films. I've never actually watched The Omen before. I was enjoying watching them. The Terrifier movies, I watched all 3 of them. Might be one of my new favourite horror series.
Of course it is.
It's just so good. It's that character is so funny. It's just him. He's so funny. And then, yeah. And I watched Jeepers Creepers again. I watched that in fucking years.
Very funny watching him chainsaw people at the legs.
Yeah, it's great. He's so funny. It's hard to describe. It's just him, his mannerisms, the way he is. It's so funny.
Odd for a horror film.
Yeah. He doesn't talk at all. It's all just expressive. It's really, but there's bits where he's like just fucking around with these people in the costume shop and you just see him standing there with a giant pair of flower sunglasses just smiling. He's hilarious. It's just so good. And fair fucking play to how well that 3rd film is doing. Like, 50 million, I think it's made. Highest grossing.
Yeah.
Like, fucking fair play for the 3rd in a series of indie films. Fair play.
Right, so I know how much you absolutely love everything, so I'm really going to throw you under the bus here.
Go on.
Joker 2.
I've still not watched it. I have no desire to watch it. It sounds awful. I'll wait until I can just find a shit quality copy somewhere.
It's already out somewhere, I think. It's coming to Disney, maybe, or something.
It looks awful.
Wow.
I've literally not heard anything or seen anything good about it. Even the trailers didn't interest me. Just no.
Does that break your Batman loving heart?
Nah, because Batman's not in it. It's fine. But it's not the proper. It's not the proper Joker. It's weird, off thing. But I believe it's supposed to be this guy influenced who becomes the Joker. I believe that's the weird byline they're going through with it. I don't know. It didn't interest me. It's thrown me off that, hasn't it? Yeah. See, I don't love everything.
No, it's not thrown me off at all. That's just fair enough.
Don't love everything. Anyway, what have you been up to?
So, I haven't seen Joker 2. I have no desire. I've not even seen the first one. Well, I don't watch anything. So, yeah. So, what do you want? Do you want it first? I can see you. You're dying. You're dying to know. I do want to know.
I do want to know.
NFL season. So obviously last week, I lost one of my best wide receivers for the whole season.
Yes, I'm saying.
And this week, I lost my other best wide receiver for the rest of this season. Oh, mate, I was fucking heartbroken. He scored me quite a lot of points already. But Stephon Diggs has gone out for the rest of the season. So I literally texted mine because we both got him and I just put, fuck. Because I'm now thin. I'm thin at the wide receiver position. So I need to I might have to do some trades with somebody. I don't want to, but I might have to. Unless someone else gets injured, I can grab somebody off the waiver, but we'll see. But my record currently sits at 7-1. I won again.
Yes.
But I faced bottom of the league, and he was beating me the entire way of the whole of Sunday. I beat him by a point.
1 point.
By 1 point. And I'm like, the skin of your fucking teeth or what? Jesus Christ. We both had one player each left. I had George Kittle, massive wrestling fan. You've probably seen him on wrestling those times.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. And he had Darren Ferguson. They played each other. They're both tight ends, and they played each other in a game. It was the late night Sunday game, so I couldn't watch it. Horrible. I woke up and I just went, yes! But I witnessed one of the greatest moments in NFL history on Sunday night. The Chicago Bears played the Washington Commanders. Okay. The Bears scored with 40 seconds left of the game to take the lead, and all Washington had to do was score a touchdown. There was 3 seconds left on the clock. Washington Commanders are 65 yards away from the end zone. So it's a sense of just Hail Mary it, just fucking launch it and see what happens. The two Chicago defenders are trying to get him, and he weaves his way out and he runs around and he sets his feet And the commentator's going, he set his feet, you can launch it, and he fucking lobs this ball. This whole sea of Chicago players. There's a sea of them. They jump up to catch it. It tips the fingers of the defender, and there's one lone Washington receiver just stood there and he went, cheers. And they won the game, and I'm not joking, I've never seen coaches, player just lose their fucking mind. It was unbelievable.
Okay, that's amazing.
It's one of the best. Please put the clip in. It's incredible. It just Jaden Daniels just launches it, and Noah Brown has just stood there behind everyone on his own, thinking, "Well, if it happens," and it literally gets tipped and falls over, and he's just stood there and he goes, "Thank you." Unreal, absolutely unreal.
I really hope he looks at the cameras like, "Thank you."
No, he lost his mind. I think either lost his mind or he just like walked off like, "No worries."
I love the smugness.
Oh, that's incredible. But it's Dan Quinn, the offensive coordinator for the Washington. He just loses. I think he goes berserk. Just it's unbelievable. One of the best moments in NFL history. I love it. Love moments like that. It's what we live for, Jamie.
That's phenomenal.
It's what we live for. But on Sunday itself, I went and met Paul for coffee. We took his daughter Elsie to the park, and very busy. So what we did was I took the buggy and I went and sat on the bench and just drank coffee and waited for them while they played. Because it looks weird, two adult men. Like, do you know what I mean? So he took his daughter off, they were playing and went on swings, which went on some like monkey bars and stuff. But he was saying like kids was like pushing straight past her, like knocking her around, and he was getting like really fucked off.
Yep.
Now I know Paul, he loses shit like really quick. So he was just like, let's just go for a walk. I was like, oh, okay. You've only been there for 5 minutes. But yeah, don't worry. She's played. We'll go in. I was like, okay.
Is this Pittville Park by any chance?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds about right. It's fucking horrible. I hate it in there.
And the parents just don't do anything. It's like the smaller kids just get pushed around.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad.
It's awful in there.
I would have said something. I don't think he wanted to, but because he would have killed somebody. That's why.
Problem is, you can't shout at a small child, and you don't know where the parents are because none of them actually pay any attention to their children. In there.
Yeah, it's mental, dude. So we went to walk around the lake. It was quite nice to walk around the pump rooms and stuff and just like chatted. That was cool. We got to John Lewis so we could go and change her. And my lip ring just popped out and fell out. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh.
So I had to run to the piercers and be like, and they sorted it out. But I was just like, what that? She went, yeah, that can happen sometimes. It's like, oh, weird. Okay. I've never known that to ever happen, ever. But there we are.
Did you find the jewelry, or is it gone?
No, it's
still the same jewelry. I was
still there.
New
Yeah, still the same one. No, I like pushed it back through, but I couldn't clip it. Oh, mate, push it back through was like, took me ages. I was like really pushing at one point, and my lip was like coming out. I was like, there's only one way for it to go because it's obviously it's just a hole. So what the hell? But there we are. I saw Saskia last night. I had curry with her, and we just chatted. It was quite nice. And obviously, we've got a gig on Friday.
We do.
We are going to see The Story So Far in Birmingham. So that's going to be really good fun. I'm really looking forward to that. I discovered a new band as well. So I listened to their brand new album that came out last month. Oh my God, they're unbelievable. They're called Fame on Fire.
Okay, never heard
of them. Jamie, mate. I saw them on an Instagram reel a while ago, and he was playing a song on the piano, and I was like, I love this immediately. Because I'm good with piano, and I'm especially in rock and metal.
Yeah.
I'm all over it. So I checked it out, and I love the track. And I forgot all about them. And then I had it on a shuffle, and this song came on again. I was like, oh. And I noticed the album was out. I was like, oh, listen to it. Oh, front to back banger. Front to back, absolute bangers the whole way through. Unbelievable album. So, and Echo's new album came out today as well, Pressure. So I highly recommend that for anybody who likes a bit of rap metal or rap rock.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Get on Echo. Yeah, his new album came out today. It's fucking incredible. But other than that, mate, I've been Rihanna in, of course. But as far as I can remember, that's literally all I think I've done.
You've done more than me this week.
Oh, bloody! I mean, that's the first. Jesus Christ, you never stop.
Don't fucking tell me, man.
I feel like I never stop, but I don't do anything, so it makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense at all. But yeah,
caught up.
Absolutely, Braden.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Braden from Say We Can Fly. Just letting you know, we've got a brand new merch store out there.
Please let me say the link. Let me say the link, please.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yes, you can say the link. Yes, all right.
Okay.
So the link for the shop.
So the link for the shop is www.saywecanfly.shop.
All right, good job, Seamus. So www.saywecanfly.shop. 10% off if you use the code.
Let me say the code. Let me say the code, please.
Okay, fine. You can say the code. If you use the code.
The code is The Chronicles.
What? No, it's not.
The Chronicles.
No, it's not. It's The Chronicles, Seamus.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The Chronicles at checkout. All right, you get 10% off.
10% off.
Yes, they know, Seamus. Okay.
I'm just trying to help, all right?
Visit www.saywecanfly.shop and use code The Chronicles for 10% off your order. Available at participating Say We Can Fly restaurants and web stores. Some restrictions may apply, but probably not.
Oh, yes, I love this bit. It's probably because it's my own fucking segment. It's time for Tom's Journal.
And welcome to another edition of Tom's Journal.
Wrong start. So, Jamie Westwood, don't you feel that chefs seem absolutely obsessed with removing more and more of the original structure of foods? Salmon mousse, basil foam, strawberry dust, parmesan air. When does it fucking end? Venison deja vu, a memory of broccoli, a vicious rumor about carrots.
I think the deja vu one might be my favourite one. I like that.
Yeah, it's fucking great, isn't it? Oh. So you believe in stars? Fool. Those are holes poked in the container so we can breathe.
Now that is a theory I can get behind. I like that. I like that a lot.
The first rule of Might Club is never commit to plans.
I like that. That's good. We're doing well this week.
We're doing. It's to say, it's a strong start.
I know, yeah.
Jamie, for all you non-British people out there, British people will straight up put anything in a sandwich. Fish fingers, chips, prawn cocktail crisp, hot noodle, you name it, it's going in the fucking bread.
Damn fucking right it is. I think we proved that the other week with audience participation.
Yeah.
People love to put shit in sandwiches.
We do. We go nuts for that shit. Some people have some weird ass fucking shit in there as well. A whole onion and mustard. Are you ill?
Oh.
Me Googling. What do I do? Leg bleeding, raccoon bite. Google. Elevate and apply pressure. Me lifting the raccoon really high. Apologize or else.
That's brilliant and fucking stupid all at the same time. And meets in the middle.
Oh. I hug other women slightly off center so our boobs fit together like a puzzle piece. I guess you could call it Tetris. Oh, I fucking love this first segment so much. Do it even better if they were hugging it going do 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 do. Boop 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 boop.
Oh, I like that.
I thought you would enjoy. Jamie, do you ever zone out, but you're aware that you zoned out, but you're too lazy to zone back in?
So many times. So many times. And it's always when you really should be paying attention.
Always the way.
Always.
So I just accidentally signed up a work email. Should you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.
That sounds like something I'll do, to be fair.
Oh. Look, can we just normalize guys complimenting other guys? Hey, you're killing it, my guy. Superb idea, fellow dude. Nice dick, homie.
Not where I saw that going, but there we are. People still say homie.
I don't know. There was something I said earlier which made me think of like what kids wouldn't understand if we said it today. I said it recently and I said today and I was like, oh my God, I know that word for ages. Why have I just said it? So I was listening to my girlfriend's workplace drama. It's like knowing everything that happens in a show that you've never seen. I'm like, oh wow, Kathy did that? Kathy? I did not see that coming. Wait, Steve quit? Wow, he didn't even make it to season 3.
I can relate to this so bad. I couldn't tell you a fucking thing about what Becky does for a job, but office drama, I know the goddamn lot. Like,
oh, boring.
Yeah, kind of.
So fucking boring. I don't know what I'd do in this situation.
Okay.
How's your Monday going?
You can step into it.
A message between
Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line. And the ball is caught!
Can you please finish this? It's a miracle! Are you free for anal, Tony? Oh, Cole, sorry. Not right now. I'm in a meeting. Maybe ask your girlfriend next time.
I mean, at least the boss laughed it off. Like, fair play.
Absolutely, because that was another edition of Tom's Journal.
Oh, fucking glorious edition indeed, my friend.
Oh, stop it, you. Too kind every time.
Fucking titress.
What was that?
I don't know.
You're honking like a goose.
I've gained a new laugh. Apparently I turned into a goose. There we are. Mister. He did the Mister. Mr. Stevens. Mr. Stevens.
Is that the Monster Mash by
It was the Monster Mash, yeah.
God.
Hey, got to keep it slightly Halloween themey.
Do you have to?
Yeah, probably not really, but I wanted to.
Yeah, that's fair. Did you do that last week as well?
Yeah, I
Keep it
think I
Halloween
did,
food,
I like Goth Christmas. Leave me alone.
Goth Christmas? Oh, dear fucking Christ. Can you take me, Jamie? I have to get that in. To a place where Jamie is. I have my own lyrics in. Can you take me, Jamie?
Fuck, I love Creed.
Who doesn't?
Exactly.
All of a sudden, everyone seems to be a fan out of nowhere now. But there we are.
Yeah, I know. They've always been great.
Let's go there. Sorry.
It's audience participation time. Participation time.
Oh, you could say participate. That would have fit so much better.
No, but that's not the wording.
Oh, I don't care, but still. Participate. Let's participate. Yeah, participate. Participate, bitch.
Pop into the room. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to participate in Jamie's participation challenge. This week, I said, we know just how much Tom loves his homeland. So with you in mind this week, sir, we are asking what film would be improved if every character spoke with a Scottish accent?
So I was livid because I think somebody put this answer on TikTok, but my answer was going to be every last single fucking one of them.
Yes, we have had that a couple of times.
Because everything sounds better in a Scottish accent. And funnily enough, though, I was talking to somebody at work today, and they were telling me about they've been going to church for 30 odd years, and every time the Glaswegian priest turns up, that none of them understand a fucking word he says. Still, 30 years on, they still don't understand a word he says. It's so
That's
fun.
impressive.
They all look at each other going, Do you know what he's saying? No, I have no idea. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing. Are we believing today? Is that just the Beavers fans? Believers?
Yes, believers, yeah. Jesus, that's a thing.
It is. I mean, apparently he was, but I don't believe in him.
No. That's good.
Thank you. But yeah, I'd say every last one would be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it?
I completely agree.
All right, mate. Can you just get to the chopper if that's okay with you? Yeah. That's definitely not a tumor, pal. You're like, mate, I need your jacket, your boots, and your motorcycle, okay? Because I've got some fucking shit to do. If that's all right, I'll give you a quid.
How about every example's Arnie, but fuck it, I'll take it.
Little Johnny, it needs me. I got to save the fucking world, you know what I mean? Apparently some Terminators around here. I can't even believe it myself.
I personally vote for every Muppets movie. I just want to hit all the Muppets speaking Scottish accent. Fucking great.
Even heard the hurdy-gurdy thing.
That'd be incredible. I don't even know how you'd do the Swedish chef in a Scottish accent.
But I mean, every last other word would be fuck or shit or something.
Yeah,
I mean, it'd be some swear word in there.
Beaker's just automatically bleeped anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
Let's get some audience answers. Jackie Darcy, Jurassic Park.
Oh.
Fuck, yes.
Yeah, you wee bairns. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
John Cool Bits on TikTok. This might be one of my favourite ones, but it's so good I had to get out here early. Gone with the Wind. Frankly, Hen, I couldn't give a fuck.
Couldn't they? So good.
Amy also says, every single one, but being a born and bred Scot, I'm very biased. I'm putting forward Back to the Future, though. Anything Doc Brown said would sound absolutely amazing. Roaring 1.21 gigawatts. That'd be fucking phenomenal. Sarah, with no H, says, Life of Brian.
Oh.
He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Yeah. Duke Hammer is fucking killed me. The Lord of the Rings trilogy. Listen up, you wee beastie. You can't come through. Fucking hell. Matty Corn also says Lord of the Rings. It's too good. There's too much there. Saskia Turner Edwards, Star Wars, The Matrix, and The Terminator. You did most of The Terminator earlier. All three would be incredible. I'd love to hear a Scottish Chewbacca. Darren Stevens gets involved. He gives us two answers. Braveheart, because they weren't real Scottish accents in that film, so nice improvement for it. And Poirot. There's been a murder. Brilliant.
I believe the term is je ne sais quoi. But I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you.
Wesley Pike, Harry Potter with Hagrid saying you're a wizard, Harry, in a Scottish accent. Oh. Jamie Martin from The Matrix. Right, here it is, pal. You take the blue pill and you wake up in your bed. None the wiser, believe in whatever you want to believe. But you take the red pill and you stay in Wonderland, and I'll show you how deep this rabbit hole is. Choice is yours, lad. Matrix. Fucking great. Lena Westwood, my daughter likes getting involved now, apparently. Says The Labyrinth. I just want to see a Scottish worm. Yeah, I'll be down for that. Definitely be up for that. Our friend Jude from Acid Age. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Get Jaws in here. I'll give you two more. Richie Rich, Titanic.
Oh,
would be phenomenal. And last but not least, he didn't give us a quote, but this whole film would just be even more perfect than it already is. Former guest Dane Campbell, South Park the movie.
Oh,
fucking yes.
That'd be absolutely incredible.
Kyle's mom's a bitch in a Scottish accent. Oh. Why you cough then? I thought you were going to do it.
Oh, no, I'm definitely not.
I just warm myself up. I think we had some fantastic suggestions this week. I really enjoyed that one.
That's to everybody that participated. Massive round of applause. Thank you so much to everyone that participated. Well, I appreciate it more than anything else because I do love my homeland. And the autumn nations start this weekend, so I'm very excited for that as well. Rugby, if just in case. But yes, thank you to everyone that participated in Jamie's challenge. We appreciate every single one of you every single week, so thank you so much. But if you enjoy Jamie's participation challenge, Tom's journal, Callum's teachings, the interview, and I just don't believe it, to be honest with you. Then you enjoy the other 148 editions of the Chronicles of Podcast, wherever you get your podcast from, be Spotify, Google, Apple, all that good stuff. You know where it's all at. What's most important, though, is that you follow us on all social media at TCO Pod. Whether it be Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, the usual, or please come and subscribe to us on YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. Hit that bell to get notified when all videos are released and comment to your heart's content. That's all social media at TCO Pod and YouTube. Subscribe at the Chronicles of Podcast. Sorry, Jamie, what was that?
I just wanted to say a massive thank you to a few of our friends, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Every single piece of music you heard on this week's edition was brought to you by the wonderful singer-songwriter Matt Roberts. Go check him out. All social medias at Matt Roberts. Give him a follow on Spotify and make sure you listen to all his beautiful songs.
At Matt Roberts Music.
At Matt Roberts Music. Isn't that what I said?
No.
Oh, my bad.
You said at Matt Roberts.
Oh, no, it's the music bit.
Yeah.
And of course, we have to say a massive thank you to Mr. Braden Barry and his Say We Can Fly. Head on over to saywecanfly.shop. See what you like the look of. It could be some wonderful pieces of apparel, some signed lyrics, whatever it may be. Stick them in your basket, enter that discount code, The Chronicles, and get 10% off your order. And make sure, of course, you're checking out Braden's other merch store at anxiousghost.com. And last but not least, a massive thank you to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation because they are stamping out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere. The future is looking very bright for the foundation. We've got some incredible things coming up, so please make sure you're following them on all the social medias to keep up to date with all the incredible news. But if you're not familiar with Sophie's story, head on to sophielancasterfoundation.com, familiarize yourself with that story and share it out to all your friends and family and spread that message, because it is very important that we make the alternative subculture a strand of hate crime, because Sophie lost her life simply for being a goth and it needs to be put to an end now. And last but not least, a massive thank you to my beautiful co-host right there.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Jamie, another wonderful addition in the bag.
Another wonderful addition indeed.
Dave, thank you so much for being a part of our show. We massively appreciate your time. An absolute pleasure to talk to you. We've been wanting you for a while, so, you know, cha-ching, I believe the noises. But, Jamie, glorious again.
Glorious indeed.
As for this week, we will see you all next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Ta-ta!
Bye.